Hi, we are going to present you the Ecuador strategies to combine the transnationals to use CSR in the country. The strategy that we have decided to use has been focused on demonstrate that CSR is a means to improve the production and income of transnationals in the country. Given this, the use of two tools has been proposed in this strategy in order to be viable. On the one hand, we have the use of information instruments, where meetings will be held with transnational that want to invest in the country or are in the country, explaining the benefits they will have when they apply responsibility in the country. On the other hand, we are going to use the economic instruments that we will use in the same way as a means to motivate transnationals to have respect for the environment, people, labor rights. The information that will provide to transnational will be direct towards viewing the years an opportunity to increase incomes and productions. There are several benefits that maximize income, such as next, please, and next. We have 3 points. The first one is a requirement and rotation of personnel. The transnationals that in Ecuador promote the care of labor law that carry out training for the workers and provide an environment of well-being in the workplace allow their employees to develop in a better way and produce more. Employees who feel in a sustainable work environment will want to stay in the transnational. People will want to work in the transnational and seek to be better prepared themselves to be able to find employment there. In addition, most people would like to work in the transnational, which will generate social marketing since it will be denotate the prestige of the transnational and would make consumers feel safe about a product that are rights based on the respect for human rights, environmental and social laws. On the other hand, we have a loyal of customers and suppliers. Corporative responsibility will bring social marketing, which will serve the transnationals as a means to generate a communication strategy. We will help them to be accepted in the Ecuadorian market and have the loyalty of the customers and suppliers. Commercial marketing focused on corporative responsibility will ensure that companies have a good image and that their products are really accepted. Currently, there are NGOs that ensure the care of corporate responsibility and have influence in congratulations on Chinese products that are a result for human rights violation, animal abuse, and environmental damage. This undoubtedly affects the image of transnationals and therefore their pollution. Given the above, the transnationals can create communication strategies based on corporative responsibility to have a great number of clients and suppliers, increasing their production and income.
A strategy for imaging and reputation. To the positive imaging and good reputation for the corporation are fundamental in the economic culture and the modern society. In the short, CSR has become the fundamental basis on which the possible corporation imagine for the contemporary company is the basis, is the good reputation, and consequently part is the social and station economic success. In the essential that the company develop is the activity responding to the social responsibility conducts and appropriate to the social cultural system. Next.
How will the information strategy work? The first point will be a possibility to let them know that the Ecuadorian people and the government will reward the correct use of the CSR. Given this, within the regular agreements in the country, the transnational must attend the meetings with the government in order to clarify the benefits of CSRs. We are going to see various aspects that benefit in the meetings that transnational we are going to have with Ecuador. The governments will make public to civil society about the transnationals that have agreed to attend these meetings, which will give a good ahead to the image of transnationals. The Ecuadorian government will provide certificates that transnationals that attend these meetings will be committed a promulgation of the CSR. The seminars will not only focus on the benefits of the correct use of the CSR, but assistance we will also provide so that basis of the corporative responsibility, the transnationals can have a good relationship with the country, social movements, indigenous groups, and NGOs that defend environmental, social, and labor law. Economic strategy for the transnationals that come to Ecuador to apply a corporate responsibility. The first point, the focus on the benefits that transnationals are going to have in public agreements in the Ecuadorian state. The transnationals that respect corporative responsibility and apply it will receive around 50 more points in the public contract contest compared to other companies. As is known, in the Ecuadorian contracted contests are held for jobs in construction, medicines, means, oil, supply, and food products, and among others, where the score obtained by transnational company in general depends on technical assistance, terms, price, technical team, and project plan. The scores that are achieved with these terms are 100 points. However, the Ecuadorian state will apply a plus of 50 points for the transnationals that have been within the country complying with corporate responsibility. This will give them a possibility of winning contracted projects and therefore generate a greater amount of income in the country. In addition, transnationals that have been respecting to the CSR for more than 2 years will have access to a public procurement project without competition, since the Ecuadorian state will seek to reward the leadership of transnationals that ensure the care and the development of the country. On the other hand, it's estimated that transnationals that comply with corporate responsibility during the public project will receive a 2% bonus for complying with the social labor and environmental care of Ecuador.
The next strategy proposed to provide benefits to international focus on providing education and scholarship for employees and transnational that comply with corporative responsibility in the aspect of labor, social, and environmental rights. The first initiative will be focused on the transnational to demonstrate the correct application of the CSR, thought accountability on the correct application of the CSR and the attendance to seminar where the benefit of the CSR of the productive development of Ecuador and the TNCs will be shown. The approach will be based on several aspects, such as the state will provide a scholarship in public or private universities for the best employees of the TNCs and their families, so that they can continue to develop their education according to the position they hold. Therefore, it will provide master's degrees, educational development courses, and lectures in the best universities and with the best lectures in economic, political, social, computer, and technological careers. Likewise, the transnational that have attended the seminar and have confirmed their support to the CSR will receive a 65% reduction in educational development courses and their employees, as well as in master lectures that come to the country on educational topics. The government will negotiate scholarship agreements, have a scholarship with universities such as Universidad San Francisco, UTLES, POL, Flaxo, Universidad Internacional, Universidad SEC, and others in order to form a list where the transnational can direct their employees. This will benefit both sectors, Ecuador and the TNCs. On one hand, the government will have more responsible companies, which move away from bad business practices and generate development in the country. On the other hand, the TNCs will have the possibility to improve the productivity of their employees, which will spend of production, improve their income, and have a good image in Ecuador.
Well, the first economic incentive strategy for TNCs is the support that will be provided to the companies to enter necessary foreign merchandise, such as machinery, containers, etc., which although you will be registered and rewinded normally, will have a tax reduction when entering Ecuadorian territory, as well as the tariff reduction of inputs, raw materials, and capital goods that the productive and business sector imports. Likewise, as the second point, the reduction of tax requirement when mobilizing money for economy to other countries and vice versa, by said company will be named. That giving preferential treat would support the company to comply with environmental protection and labor protection. So that the tax rate currently applies in 50% and must be paid by all foreign and local companies, which could be modified and reduced to 3% so that the company does not see an impact at the time to mobilize capital in order to companies to obtain this benefit. They must render an account to the Ecuadorian state when employees survive are evidenced, showing that they have received good treat in the TNCs. Likewise, TNCs must carry out environmental plans or projects such as reforestation, educational development activities for employees, and sustainable development activities in Ecuador. If the transnational companies demonstrate these factors, they will be able to access their economic benefits.
Okay, in conclusion, we have considered that the only way we can get TNC to support corporation responsibility in Ecuador is strong economic incentives, reduction of bureaucratic process, support for the labor preparation for their employment, and provide with the information of the CSRs can improve the production and income on the companies in the country. Also, agreed incentives for the TNCs is to show the DARIs and the CEOs can serve a social marketing, that is to say, to the seminars that we plan to have with to demonstrate that the CSRs is a means to reach the Ecuadorian society to obtain loyal consume and good quality suppliers. Basically, is because that product of service that is the TNC development are formed with respect to the environment, labor, and social. We consider that the only thing that's moved TNC to respect the CSRs is the increase in the production and income in the before provide with incentives such as to mention about will make them adapt to the CSRs to acquire economic goods and develop their industry. On another hand, the incentives that will be given to transnational in Ecuador will only be grant the comply with and the accountability because on the several points such as sent to Ecuadorian state survey where employment rate their car and corporation responsibility on the company in matters of environment, laboral, human, and social law. The two events that represent on the deployment of the transnational in the course master and the seminar of the educational development TNC should have least employment who are the Turkey government assistant education program which should be submitted to the state. Finally, TNC should continue to attend the seminars where cooperation responsibility show as an opportunity for the joint development of transnational and the Ecuadorian states. Thank you. And reference.